they're pretty fucking awesome whenever they come out.
That's a good point, dude. I'll just say this, dude.
They shred hard. They're like, I've been fucking drinking before I was born.
Yeah. A lot of them have real pale skin and they're gingers, which are good citizens of the society. And they wear North Carolina jerseys. So they fucking go hard, bro.
Depends on what wine it is.
Yeah.
If you drink like a nice Bordeaux as opposed to like Franzia, which I love fucking Franzia. A little bag of wine.
Yeah.
Put in the saddlebag, put in.
Well, Franzia was always like that wine that every now and then your parents would have a party or something, and then you would like go into the kitchen late to get a little snack or a little like square of cheese that someone or cracker somebody had left. And you'd go in there, and some lady would come just stumbling out of the Christmas tree, and she'd be like, "Hey,"
and gave it to you. Fed you Franzia?
She'd have it like tucked under her arm, or so at that point sometimes they'd have it out of the box or naked as they call it.
You have to have it out of the box, I believe.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sir. It's like a water skin. You know, it's like it makes me feel like a frontiersman whenever they have those like fucking what shape are those? Like a kidney shaped deal, you know what I mean? Water kidney.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. It has a very. At that point, it gets like a camelback vibe.
It's like a fucking bagpipe.
Yeah, it gets a.
I'm not surprised if some of those bagpipe players aren't just. Well, you can actually hear a bagpipe. It's
right, but a bagpipe is the blowout, and the Franzia is on the way in.
But you think you might bring two bagpipes? One is Franzia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could put it in a camelback. It's genius. It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I had a bag of wine in my bed under my pillow for all of school. I don't know if I should say this.
What school was it at?
School.
Okay,
I was at school, and my parents never found it.
No way.
Yep, because it's kind of like I told them I bought like a waterbed pillow.
And you could just lean over and just.
It's like sucking on Romulus or Mother Rome's teat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like sucking on Mother Rome's teat, man.
Nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Ask them.
There's nothing like it. You good? Is everybody in there okay? Yes. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You got like a big lightsaber?
That thing that like it's like you hit it and like somebody's Whoop bracelet goes off in the distance or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? No. It's like that vapor, you hit it and somebody's Whoop bracelet is like, I'm fat or whatever. It's
What's
like
a Whoop bracelet?
A Whoop bracelet is like, bring it up. A Whoop bracelet, it's like a bracelet that tells you you're sleeping well. It like monitors your heartbeat, and then there's like a little plug or something, maybe I think allegedly you can put it into your side or something that'll monitor your sugar and it'll send the information to it. Sir. So it can tell if you're dreaming or if you're you've never met your father. It can tell you everything, dude.
Don't they have them on Apple Watches? I think they have the Find Your Dad app on the Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, then somebody didn't trademark it then because a lot of people are doing it. Because sometimes it'll say on the Whoop bracelet, it'll say, Whoop, there he is, and it'll play that song, you know?
For your dad.
Yeah.
About your dad.
Like if you get close enough to him.
Yeah, exactly. It gets louder when the closer
it's
you
like,
get.
Whoop, there he is. And that's showing my age. Post Malone, good to see you.
Hey,
dude.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, dude. I saw you at the Grand Ole Opry last night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Was that your first time there?
Yes, sir. That was my first time. And I remember I laid down after I got home last night, and I was like, was Theo Vaughn there? Because I'm 85% sure I said hi, but I didn't know if I was just dreaming. But lo and behold, you were there.
Yeah, and you said, hey, man.
Coming.
It was nice. Well, I imagine it was such a tough place to be. I mean, there were so many stars in the building. And that was your first time performing there?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Terrifying.
Yeah, because it's like going to like the Mount Everest of performances, of live venues.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. It's...
yeah, and you brought out John Michael Montgomery, Lainey Wilson. Brad Paisley came out and played 3 or 4 songs with you. You brought out...
Warren Treaty.
Yep, you brought out Warren Treaty. And who else?
Those dudes are handsome.
Oh, Vince Gill.
Vince Gill.
So cool.
It's so cool, man. I'm just like, I'm absolutely floored. I can't even begin.
The crowd was so amped.
Man, I never know what to expect, but it was, someone said that there were 2 tickets sold for like $22,000 a piece.
What?
Which is awesome. That's insane.
Oh,
And
somebody.
someone is so disappointed. Well, no, they got to see Lainey and Vince.
And somebody else is
everybody,
buying their wife a set of supreme tits or hip replacements.
You could have got two
Yeah.
tickets, 44 grand. Think of the boobs. Could have got.
Pull that up. What kind of breast can you get at 44 grand? And I have a blocker on this computer because I used to have a pornography issue, but it's so I don't know if we can pull that up. See what they allow. How much breast can you get for 44K?
Breast. 44K just like that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. There's going to be some trap
44 large. Oh, see, now it's like, I'm 44K. Oh, chest.
44 large, bro. That was good. That was really good. Okay.
What's 44K size breast?
Yeah, let's see that and just tell me to look away if it gets too crazy.
This is science.
I'm 5'6" and 245 pounds. I've always had a severe back and neck problems because of them, in quotations. And they're talking about them tits, buddy. Okay. Ever since, and look, I don't want to use pronouns, but we're talking about us, them.
Sure.
Tits.
Titties. Yeah, exactly. That's mine. Yeah.
Ever since I was in high school.
Those are Ks.
Oh, wow. Those are double K.
What's the biggest size?
Ever since I was in high school, I've been medicated. I don't think you need to be okay. That's an excuse to use drugs, bro.
Maybe. That's my A cups drive me nuts. I need something.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh my God, bro. That ain't the San Andreas fault, dog.
That
ain't-
is amazing.
Wow. What if someone fell in there? Oh, the funnest thing to do there would be order one of those. Like, you go to a restaurant and they put the little shots of different tequilas.
Sure.
And you just put them right in.
You do a whole flight.
Yeah. You do a whole fight, which you guys can't see at home. Wow. These are.
She's killing it.
Oh, she's killing something.
And they're natural. You can tell.
Oh, those are, yeah. You couldn't do that. I mean, one of them looked like it washed up on the edge of the ocean.
I like this asymmetric look. I think that's the dress.
No, I think obviously all women are beautiful, but this is a lot of breasts. What we're saying here,
You sound like an analyst. What we're seeing here is a lot of breasts. This is amazing.
Now this is something else. Now that is a lot of breasts for someone.
It's like, oh.
How would you couldn't even see your kid if you're feeding him? You're like, is he done?
Good hugs.
Oh yeah.
Best hugs.
Oh.
That's a wholesome response. Yeah, she gives great hugs. I can't believe I've never Googled this before.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's 44K, double K. 44K, that's the breast size you get. So I think we put in 44,000.
Wait, you get that for 44K?
No, that's L, M, and N. She's in the N's.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we put in 44K as the money, and the computer took it as a breast size, 44K.
Sure. I didn't know they went to Ks.
Me neither.
And she's in the N's.
Yeah.
L, M, and N.
Yeah, she's got more Ks than Joe Musgrove during a good game, brother. That's a lot. Anyway, nice to see you,
It's been 5
man.
minutes, yeah. We went from the Aubrey to boobs.
But it is nice to look at something, and also it's not pornography, you know?
Yes, sir. No, it's science. It's strictly science.
was
It's just like
respectable.
my feet pick stuff. Like, just science.
Have you ever had you didn't even have an account on there?
What?
On Feet Finder, one of those?
No, but I was highly rated.
Oh, really?
I came in at like a 4.8.
People put you on there?
Yeah.
Oh.
4.8.
Wow. You have good feet?
That's what I hear. I go, yeah, boy. Well, I don't know about this one. Wiki Feet Men. What does it say on Wiki Feet Men?
Yeah, let's go to, actually,
It's the top one.
and I'm not going to say that I know this, but let's go to Wiki Feet Men, okay?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only trusted source. Yeah, go ahead. Type me up.
Yeah, that guy was at manfoot.org.
Look at my rating.
Let me see it.
I got a 4.9. I'm like 4.9 right now. Is that what that says? Dude, I'm coming in at a 4.9.
Are there any pics of the actual hoofs, though?
Yeah, they're in these.
Okay.
Check these out. Look at all the data. This is data.
Okay. Ooh, there's a hoof. Oh, so you really are a barefoot little soldier.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's the best. People call it earthing. I just call it.
Post Malone gives you his dirty sock and draws you a tattoo. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh,
POV. And then you got Loke in the background.
I love how he's making sure this is okay.
Yeah, this is kosher. This is
Your
good.
bodyguards in the background like, nobody.
Why am I smelling it?
Yeah, hey, look, dude.
What goes on at these shows?
That's the kind of behavior you gotta offer up to people.
Absolutely.
When you do your live shows, do you have a big ensemble? Like what goes on? What goes into your live shows? Because everybody kind of has different stuff, you know.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Now we started doing like a band a couple years ago, as opposed to just me. But now we brought Cheese out, play steel.
Oh, Chandler.
Yeah.
From Ernest's band. Yeah.
Ern is so sweet, and so is Cheese. But Ern, he's played with Ern forever. And
Yeah.
he was just like, go, and
Yeah, breakfast with them the other day. They were so excited.
Sweet thing. Yeah.
Both of them were so excited that he
Yes,
was going
sir.
to play with you.
I was just like blown away, like, because Cheese he's 21 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
And he's beautiful too.
he's a stud. Absolutely.
and also if all the men died or something, he would immediately
he become number one. Look at that one right there.
he'd be referred to as a woman.
Look at that
immediately.
smile.
Oh God. It's like, God, if I didn't love these women so much,
What a handsome
I
boy.
would just run over there and meet that guy. But I love women. But yeah, no, that's amazing, dude. Chandler Walters. music. Yeah.
Cheese. Old Cheese.
He's
Look
going
at
to be
him.
going out with you. And he's got a great energy, man.
He's just the sweetest guy.
And he's a songwriter
That's
too.
not-
I think he just had his first #1 recently.
That's Cheese. Yeah. Yes, he did.
I think
with
he-
a me.
That was
with
with
a
you?
me. Why'd I do Mario?
Oh, it was with you?
Yeah, and
I didn't-
Morgan.
Oh, with I had some help?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know that. Yeah, because at breakfast the other day he said or Ernest said, yeah, he just got his first #1. And I was like, and I don't know if we went into what it was. Dude, that's awesome.
Well, yeah, because he wrote and played some steel on it, and he's just a killer. He's like the best dude ever, and I couldn't wish better things on him.
Yeah.
He's just an absolute stud. So.
And did you lose a member? How does it even work that you bring another member in?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we had a band, and they were more rocking. You know what I mean? We had an awesome string section. We had awesome members all around. But we had said that, we want like, fiddle playing and like guys on the B3 and all that stuff. And it was tough. And, it's awesome. Now, like, we're still going to jam with that band whenever we do. Like, I want to do a whole nother Nirvana deal, like do another Nirvana live stream and shit and do a bunch of cool shit.
You mean like play Nirvana?
Yeah, like the one we did in COVID where we did all the Nirvana covers. It was so much fun.
I didn't see it.
So I want to bring it's. People said it was good. I can't speak. I think, you watch it back and you're like, oh, I could have done way better. But people said it was good. Dave said it was great. Courtney and Chris, and
Wow.
it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. If you're drunk or if you're just hanging out one of these nights, anyone out there, give it a watch if you haven't seen it.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, so I guess if you with you want to get more country tuned artists.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, the steel, steel, and like there's a different way.
Mandolin, do you have
playing.
any of that in it?
So Lily, she plays the fiddle. She kind of does like these plucky things, which is kind of mandolin-esque, but no mando. I love the mando.
Yeah.
Like watch like band coming here and doing like band days where all the session guys come in and just kill it. We got Craig playing the bass. He played bass on the whole album. He came out on tour. He's coming out on tour.
Nice.
So that'll be awesome.
That's so great, bro. Yeah, last night was amazing, man. I almost felt bad. You had to because there's so many stars in the building, and you have to kind of. Craig Young.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yep.
Bass Player of the Year.
Bass player of the year.
Bass Player of the Year. He was nominated for an ACM last year for Bass Player of the Year. That's amazing.
Killer.
There's so many great musicians here in Nashville. You don't even realize it. You're walking down the street and you're
It's
just like,
insane.
somebody's incredible. Damn.
Anywhere you go, there is so much talent here in
Yeah.
every crack and crevice, and it's insane. I can't walking down
Yeah.
the street.
Oh,
it's just-
dude, and you'll hurt, you'll fall over, you'll sprain your ankle or something, and somebody will pull out a violin and write a song about you dying right there, and you're like,
it's never happened to me.
oh. But I'm just saying, it's so musical here.
Yeah,
Anything happens. You
Yep.
kiss your girlfriend on the cheek, some guy pops up, and he's like,
That's
is
a
it
song.
love?
That's a song.
Baby,
well, that's
don't hurt me.
that's the deal. It's like you just go to Losers,
Yeah.
and someone will say. That's why I want to hire not a writer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a way we could really.
Let's hear about this.
Just get an old guy. hire an old guy. You don't got to pay him as a songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
He's just knows all the one-liners. And
Like he records what's going on?
everything he says. No, you just ask him a question, he'll say something, and you're like, oh, that's a song.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone wise, like a Gandalf
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah, like that wouldn't sit piss. Like old guys always say something.
That's a
crazy.
song, dude.
Yeah.
That wouldn't sit piss. Is that a thing?
I've heard, I mean, old people always say something, you know, like that dog wouldn't sit piss. You're like, what is that? What?
What? Yeah, but that's a song. That's what we just go get a little hammered at Losers and just talk.
Yeah.
And that's how songs come about. You know, someone will say something so dumb, but the melody was sick. And you're like, oh, let's run with that. Like, just change that word, change from sit piss to shit piss.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's a hit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, I know how hits work, brother. That's amazing, man. Yeah, and Lainey Wilson. Yeah, I think that was the strange thing. It was like all these artists got up there and it was so fast. It was like John Michael Montgomery, Lainey Wilson, Brad Paisley, Vince Gill. And then you played, I had some help by myself. And then, your last song you played Sunflower by
Yes,
yourself
sir.
too, yeah. But yeah, dude, it was great. There was all types of people in the audience. That was special.
It was so, I like, it's electrifying. It's so crazy standing in that circle. Like, it's just, I'm so honored. I'm blown away. I can't even believe it that they let me in. I can't believe they let me in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's just
definitely,
insane.
dude.
But-
I mean, yeah, because you got a unique look, you know? I mean,
Oh,
you-
yeah.
Yeah. You look like a Christmas ornament that Jelly Roll would have, you know? Kind of like, you know?
Did I tell you? I didn't tell you.
And that's, I say that in the most loving
Oh,
way.
absolutely. I
Okay,
love it.
good,
I
good,
love
good.
it. I was driving to the stadium and some dude was like, Jelly Roll. I had the window open. I was like, what? Have you met Jelly?
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
the best in the fucking world,
Oh, he's the
man.
sweetest.
He's the best.
And he has so many feelings in him, dude. My favorite is when Jelly Roll wins an award, he gets up there and he's like, I want to say to everybody, right now there's somebody out there who's got no arms and no legs living under a bridge. And I want to tell you in 2 short months, you can be winning a CMA award. And then and everybody's just bawling crying.
He'd be a great WWE.
He would. Oh, he just did WWE.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. Pull it up.
Oh my
The
God.
Jelly Roll
Yo.
on him, brother. He put the double eclair on somebody. That was his finishing move, I think.
The double eclair.
Or I think it was like the dirty,
The double eclair.
he put something on somebody. He put the fucking crispy bear claw on somebody, I think. Yeah, find out.
He's got Randy Orton.
Just pull up a video if you can of Jelly Roll in the WWE.
oh my God.
Wrestling.
Defeat Dirty Dom in the Judgment Day.
Oh, he'll put him in the dirty aquarium.
Randy Orton as a kid I never got, but now I'm older and I'm like, he's so cool, man.
Oh, he's just ADHD
Yeah,
as if
he's
it made a
cool,
living.
man.
There's Jelly right there.
What? Yeah.
Look at the crowd going crazy, boy.
Damn, good. That's a good push.
Jelly put it on him, boy. He'll put him in that crispy wheelchair. Jelly pour. Oof.
He's got a nice mullet too, that guy.
Uh-oh. Jelly Roll and Orton. All right, move it forward
Yeah, I
some.
like that.
Because it gets good,
Does he
dude.
get in the ring?
Yeah. Oh, that's the Narcan Yam, I think. Jelly Roll fucking... Oh, I thought he hit the guy. There was no part
Well,
where
he
he
hit him with that's the double eclair.
Go to the...
the
No,
push.
that was it. Oh, that's Jelly and MGK right there.
Look at that. He's got the steel chair.
Yeah.
No shit.
There he is. It's a lot of standing around waiting once you look at this. Oh, there's the Miz too.
No. Oh!
Oh, Jelly hit him with the never floss frickin'.
That's a fantasy of mine.
With the
getting steel
dirty
chaired
pan.
by,
Really?
by, Jelly Roll. Yep.
That's a fantasy to get hit by a chair by Jelly Roll?
Yes, sir.
Look at this. This is where he puts him right here.
No way.
Mm-hmm. He put him in the fucking crispy glue.
Yo.
He put him in that glucose blender, homie. He fucking crisp that baby
You
boy.
you got a lot of finisher names.
Jelly don't play, dude.
He's not playing.
Where's Jelly from, dude? Ben?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yo, that's fire.
Antioch, baby.
Yep.
He hit him with that fucking Antioch injection right there. That Antioch insulin,
Antioch
baby.
Annihilator.
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's awesome.
What's your finisher?
My finisher probably be the I would hold somebody down and cry directly into their eyes. To be honest.
That's pretty good.
It would be very
Good.
primordial. I think it would be very like maybe there would be ancient poets that would enjoy it.
Sure.
Everybody else would be like, boo.
What's going on? This sucks.
Or I just cry in their mouth till they drown. That would be crazy.
That's fire. That's hard. That's
Very
hard.
tough. What about you, man? What do you think?
I don't know. Well, yours was fucking awesome.
I don't mind. I don't know if it was awesome, bro.
Well, I've always had a concept for a wrestler that doesn't touch anybody. He's just telepathic. So I think my move would be like grab somebody by the neck from across the ring,
Yeah.
and then slam them that
And then
way.
a string pulls them up. and you're like,
Exactly. See, but there's no wrestler that does that, I don't think.
Not
But
yet.
I think that exactly. Well, they put me in the game.
In the WWE game?
Yes, sir.
No way.
Yep.
Do you have to have
I
a
haven't
code to
played
get you?
myself. I think I'm like $5. I don't know how much I am. I'm worth about $5.
No, dude. I heard that
Look at this stud, dude.
Bert and Ernie's $11, dude. So that seems a little.
Wait, you can be
Bro,
Bert and Ernie?
Shania Twain is $7. So
Wait, where are you getting?
I'm just saying.
Shania Twain would be a killer.
That's
Killer.
true. Yeah.
You might-
Stomp, stomp. If she gets to use that as her finishing move.
No, they.
Oh, that's you right there. Can we see it again?
Yeah, dude, they put me up in the deal.
Oh
Look at that. Look at him. He's handsome.
Oh, he's very handsome, dude.
Yeah, it was fun. They made me buff. My overall 69.
That's your overall?
Yes, sir. All my stats are maxed out, but my overall still says 69.
Fair. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I love that. Were you a ladies' man when you were young or not?
Absolutely not.
Really?
No, absolutely not.
Do you remember like the first time you felt like a girl was like interested in you? Or not?
Oh, yeah, I already had like $1 million by that
Oh,
time.
you did? Oh.
And I was like, oh, no shit. This is how this works.
Did you really feel that?
Nah, yeah, man. I remember like I got stood up at homecoming. Like there's all my crushes. Like it never worked out for me.
Really?
But I think that worked out for me in the long run.
Right.
Because you could be a kid trying to get some cooch, but I was in my room, playing the guitooch.
You're like, I'll show.
Yes, I'll get you one of these days.
I'll show you.
And then the money came, and it was awesome.
Yeah. You know, that is
That's
funny.
how this works.
It is kind of funny. Some of that is how it works. It's like, yeah, if you don't feel some ambiance from women, or if you don't feel like seen maybe in the world or something,
Sure.
then you're like, well, I have to make myself be seen more.
Sure,
and
yeah.
so you create more.
And that comes, I guess, like it's kind of a weird way of like, oh, I want to express myself more, so I become more introverted, learning how to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
So tell me a little bit more. I'm hearing you, but tell me more.
so like I wanted to make music,
right.
but the only way to make music is like to do it. And so I just sat in my room with Audacity and played the guitar and wrote songs. And it's like I want people to hear my music, but the way I do that is learn as much as I can by myself in my room
And then present.
Not talk exactly. You know what I mean? It's an interesting thing. Like taking the time to learn a skill or become an outlier, I guess. Well, I probably got 10,000 hours behind it, but it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I think that's something that part of people don't maybe, I don't know if they don't realize it, but yeah, there's a lot that goes into being good at something,
Yes, sir.
Or
you could just be naturally talented.
Right.
Which fuck those dudes.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, if I saw 6 of those dudes, dude, I'd fucking beat
beat them all.
I'd beat all 6 of them. That's what I'd
What if
do.
they're naturally talented at fighting?
Oh, God, that can be a long
Even
day.
worse. Even worse.
Yeah. I'd call the cops, dude, and the cops would never come. But still, I would have called them. You know what I'm saying? But I'll never say, hey, I'm going to call the cops, because that would end up on TikTok, right?
Theo Von calls cops on 6 naturally gifted fighters.
So I would just be like, hey, hold on, let me check in with a friend of mine. I think they're not feeling well today. So I would like pretend low-key. I'd be like, help, cops.
I'm ready to go.
Because you can
motherfucker.
text 911.
Can you?
100%.
Can you send him feet pics? I hate going back to this. I hate doing it. I hate going back to it. But it's just where it's just where my mind goes. You know?
Oh, dude, you can text him, dude. You can text 911. I was at the Dustin Poirier Max Holloway fight, and I remember texting 911. I'd never done it before.
Dude,
I was like,
gonna get beat up.
I said, dear God, 2 men are beating the shit out of each other in Atlanta.
That's a waste of resources, Theo Von.
And they wrote back, I'm not even joking, what's good?
No, they did not. I swear to no, they did not.
It's that what's
That's
good
not.
ATL police, yeah.
No, they did not.
Yeah, and it also, and they had a music, they put a musical gif with it, and it was Andre 3000 singing something. Sorry, Miss Jackson, I think. I'm like, dear God, dude.
That's not true.
That's a lie. The text isn't.
They did not say what's good.
They did. Okay, that marks.
What's good slime?
Okay, so they didn't say. I don't remember what they said, but they did accept the text. And but yeah, you can text 911.
All right.
That's
I know what
important.
I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, it's important to know, man.
I didn't know that. You just text 911?
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
Yeah, you could text them like,
you
"Hey, I
gotta
need
do.
some help" or something, and then I guess they probably, hopefully, would have the location. I don't know if that helps or not.
Well, I guess it makes sense, right? Because if you're like in a situation where it's almost like a blink twice if you need help type deal, you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna. Because you remember there was a story about a lady saying like she was getting abused in her home, and he was like, order a pizza or whatever, and she like texted 911 or called it and was like disguised the call for distress as like ordering a pizza or something.
like,
You
I
know?
need a
Exactly.
medium pepperoni. I need 4
Exactly.
strong pepperonis. Yeah.
I've made that call before.
Put a gun and a bayonet on each one, please.
Of the pepperoni.
If those pies have gone through boot camp, that would
Do
be
the
great
pies
as well.
carry Glocks? I'd like to know. This is Glockenspiel's pizza. Is this true? Did I make this up or no? Yeah, see? That's the story.
Let's see it.
The most massive. It's just unprecedented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and he has such a great heart, you know? He gets in a little trouble. He's got such a great heart, man. And I love that dude to death. And I don't think that he won't be, you know, the biggest artist of all time, maybe. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's
The
like at
biggest
the
artist of all
trajectory,
time.
it's fucking insane. It really is insane.
Yeah. I mean, every one of his, so many of the songs are the craziest thing about Morgan. I'll be around Morgan and I'll just start singing one of his songs
Yeah.
because it's stuck in
Yeah.
my head.
It
And then
sucks.
you feel like a
Yeah.
weirdo. But then you're like, oh, I can't sing that song. And you'll sing another
What
one.
you got to do is change the lyrics,
Yeah.
and then tell him you wrote it, and then he might use it, and then
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah, and then
man.
you get songwriting credits. You know what I mean? Look at that shit, man.
Morgan Wallen matches Adele and Elvis with another week at #1. And what does that mean when they say they match? This is an article here in Forbes. Morgan Wallen leads the Billboard 200 charts this week with his blockbuster release, One Thing at a Time, as the country star earns another turn at #1. His set joins an exclusive club and helps the singer match an impressive feat that's only been managed by a handful of the biggest names in music history.
It's insane. It's insane. No, it's bigger. It's bigger than fucking life. Like in Australia, even in Australia and UK, everything. It's insane.
Yeah. I think he has his trial for that, throwing that thing off the building or whatever.
What's that? What thing?
Yeah, we don't have to go into it.
I hear there's a sign now.
Oh, that says about the chair. That you
Yeah,
can't
it's
throw a
like
chair.
don't even try it. You're not Morgan or something. That's what I heard.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That there's a sign that says "Don't throw anything off this building."
You're not Morgan. Verbatim is what I heard. I haven't seen it. I haven't been into Eric's bar.
I'm
but-
trying to think what I would throw off a building, dude. You know what I would throw off a building? I would throw a replica of the building off the building. So then,
That's fire.
Because if somebody's like, "Hey, I just got hit by that building," and then the officer would be like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Yeah, I just got hit by a really small building of that building," and the officer would be like, "You're going to jail. You're on drugs."
To the other officer? Yeah, cool.
Oh no! Like I say, there's a random stranger walking down the street, and I throw like a replica of like a state capitol. I'm up there at the top, 200 stories up. I throw that bitch
Okay.
off, and it's a replica of the building that I'm in.
Okay.
It hits somebody like, "Oh shit, dude! Drop my fucking Five Guys," you know.
Okay.
And then they tell the police, "Hey, somebody just threw that building at me."
Now, there's a couple things that you can't get in trouble for throwing off of a building.
What?
If it's a brick building, bricks.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, oh, it's going down. It's falling. It's like, or it's just age, you know? And also bird shit. You can throw as much bird shit off of a building as you want. Because who's going to prove it that you did it? Who's going to prove that you did it?
Oh, you saying I'm a bird?
Oh, you saying I'm throwing bird shit on people down there? Prove it. Oh, what about the birds? Exactly.
Yeah.
What's another thing you could throw off the roof of a building and not get in trouble?
A little meteor.
Yeah, a little meteor rock. A piece of gibbous meteor.
Yeah, a little meteor, dude.
You just throwing pieces of a meteor off the roof.
Whatever, man. Free Morgan, dude. Nobody got hit, baby. Free Morgan, man.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, dude. Dude, did you ever get to meet like Elvis Presley or anything like that?
What? Yep.
Did you really?
No. I was born in 1995.
Oh. And when was Elvis?
That's a good
Dead.
question. Yeah.
Have you been to Graceland?
It's amazing. I jumped in the pool.
What?
jumped
Why?
in the
They let you go.
They let me.
Nuh-uh. Was it after hours or something?
It was for, I think, a New Year's thing. And he died 77. You're way off, Theo Vaughn.
My bad, dude.
My bad. Well, it's crazy, yeah. But, like, we did that deal. I played Devil in Disguise. And they let me jump in the pool.
Wow.
It was amazing. I love Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
It's now or never.
Do, do, do.
Yeah, his Christmas stuff, man. Dude, the craziest thing about Graceland, I didn't know he's buried there.
I didn't know that either.
So we're going on the tour and like, this is a lamp and stuff. This is where Elvis used to hug his wife and kiss his mama.
You had a cool tour guide.
And this guy, he's a pervert. Dude. He said kiss his mom about 40 times in a row. He'd be like, and kiss his mama. Like, he would kiss his mama. Like,
What was his name?
like, huh?
What was his name?
I think his name, it was like kind of like this, it was like a redneck sort of Native American. I think his name was like Featherbed or something. And he's like, and he was like, kiss his mama. And I'm like, what did he, and people, and there's some old women that are like, and I'm like, and he's like, and the guy, like, why is that guy's lips all wet?
What's up with this dude, right?
And there's no manager there. You're just stuck with whoever the tour guide is, dude, you know?
He wasn't even a guide. He was just a guy. He just came.
Oh, Featherbed. But then we get out the back and like, if you guys want to go smoke, you can go out there. So there's people out there and I'm vaping and his grave is right. I'm like, wait, he's buried here.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It blew my mind.
I did not know that. Yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And it's like crazy. Like they say, I didn't get to go up in the room. It was late. But they say nothing's been touched in the room, in his bedroom. And like his slippers are still there and everything like that. Crazy. The museum part of it, like where you can go in and see like the books he was reading and everything like that, like the JFK assassination book that he was reading. Like that's the last book he was reading. Like crazy. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So who's kind of a conspiracy guy? Yeah, you think?
Maybe that's the conspiracy itself. Maybe there is no conspiracy.
Like a kiss his
Oh, he did like to kiss his mom.
like, hey, guy, dude, we understand.
There's like a tour group of 4 people. Like, what's up with this dude? Fucking.
He likes to kiss his mom.
I like Featherbed. He sounds cool.
Yeah, old Featherbed. What was your mom like, dude? Is your mom a cool lady? Because you have a stepmom, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a real mom too?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because some people, I don't know if some people are adopted. I don't know if you had a real mom.
Yes,
know?
sir. Yeah. My mom's name's Nicole.
Oh, that's a nice name.
It's a lovely name. It's my mom's name. Stepmom's name is Jody.
Oh, it's a nice name too.
Thank you. It's my stepmom's name.
My mom's named Gina.
It's a beautiful name. You know what name I like? Emmy Lou. I think that's a pretty name. No?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
No, I did.
If you,
I
I
was
liked
thinking-
it.
At first, I was like, but then I was like, yeah, Amy Lou. I like it.
What name do you like for your daughter?
I kind of
Featherbed.
like Moira.
Moira's a beautiful name. That's a Magic the Gathering name.
Is it really?
You play Magic the Gathering?
Moira. No. We play, what do we play? Sometimes gin, rummy, or whatever. but we never done anything. We've never gotten crazy with that. One time my uncle was on weed or whatever and we played it. That was about as Magic the Gathering as we got. So it's more just gin. Yeah.
Yeah. Just not as much rummy.
Yeah.
A lot of gin.
Yeah. My ex-girlfriend Megan and me and her family used to play some sort of rummy.
You like the name Megan?
I do like the name Megan, actually.
It's a little aggressive.
Yeah. But I think sometimes women might need aggression, you know?
Sure.
So I think, yeah, I like Moira, Megan.
I like Moira. You like M stuff.
Emmy Lou's good, though. I like
That's
it.
M, essentially.
Emmy Lou seems like she's going to be the rogue agent of those three.
She sounds like a hard ass.
Yeah,
She'll go
Emmy
around.
Lou's going to be getting...
I thought about that last night. I also like the name Llewellyn. Sounds like an elf name
Like an elf, like a...
from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You could imagine like Aragorn going to meet with Llewellyn. And, well, that's like No Country for Old Men.
Maybe at a Love's truck stop, I think I can imagine. You know?
When Aragorn goes to the Loves. Aragorn at the Mapco is fucking... He's got to pick up some fucking sick shades. He just goes to the
And he's got to get a T-shirt.
Battle of Twin Towers. It just says
He's got a T-shirt that says, get your motor running on it. Yeah.
He's got big Peterbilt fucking goes fucks up some orcs, dude. Killer. I love that. We were talking about moms. I don't know how that happened.
I was just curious. I didn't know if, like, yeah, I guess I was just wondering, where do you get your influence to be, like, I think when I was a kid, I always wanted my mom to see me, you know? And so
Right.
it made me like want to, I think even at the time, if I wasn't like, I remember my mom sometimes, like if we had misbehaved, we'd have to go downstairs and perform for my mom so we could get out of punishment, right? And I think a lot of kids have had to do that. I think, or it wasn't like a set thing,
Right.
But it was like we try to be like, all right, we gotta do something
Right.
for mom. Mom's smart, she's hardworking. Let's don't waste her time. Let's make a 120-second play. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Shark Tank. Kinda.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's Shakespeare meets Reservoir Dogs.
Okay.
We're gonna go in there, and my two little sisters are like, "What's happening?" And I'm like, "Shut up! Memorize your lines and get the fuck in there, dude, and put the bra on, dude." And they're like, "We're children," and I'm like,
Who's
"It
putting the
doesn't,
bra on?
huh?
Who's putting the
It
bra
doesn't
on?
matter, dude. The rules are the rules." And so we would go in there and we would try to make the play. And I would try to be the director and one of the actors, and it was just a nightmare or whatever. But sometimes my mom would have so much fun out of it that she would be like, "Okay, I'll let you watch TV for half an hour."
Or you wouldn't get in trouble. Yeah. Like
Right, it would
she
be
already forgot.
excused.
Yeah.
Or sometimes she would say, "You guys are the fucking." She's like, "This is why I don't go see shows in this area, and you guys need to go to bed." You know. But that was fair because we were already in trouble.
What was your biggest hit, you think?
We did this sort of like, it was kind of like Boy Meets World, kind of like a Paw Patrol mashup, right?
Okay.
And it was, some people would say it's nothing. Whatever. We thought so much of it. We thought so much of it. And one of the animals got fleas. We had a small Dalmatian that got fleas, played by my sister. And she dies immediately, right? In the first 40 seconds.
Okay.
And then the last 120 seconds is there's a mourning and a small wedding.
Okay. It's small, like a small family and friends type
Yeah,
thing.
it
Not
was-
like nothing big.
Right. To go from death to fucking, yeah.
Life.
Right.
Well, essentially, you know, like the
Yeah.
creation of life. You know?
Yes. And so stuff like that, yeah. So I think there was some things my mom appreciated about it. But yeah, I was just wondering, like, what was your, like, did you get, like, where do you get your idea that you wanted to be seen in the world, you know? And maybe that never happened to you. Maybe you're just having fun and you're like, I'm having fun.
Well, whenever she let me out of, we had a little like 2x2 kind of room and it had all these locks on it. So whenever she slid me a piece of cheese with a Post-it note that said, "Come on out, I want to hang out," I was like so pumped. So you can believe how pumped I was.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
imagine, dude. Oh, and that fucking craft single.
A raw craft single with the Post-it on the front says, "Come out." And I was so pumped. No, you know, I don't know. She's always loved me so much. All my parents have, and I'm so, you know, lucky to have such supportive parents. And, you know, it's awesome too. They got me into music, like my mom and my grandma. My grandma would be flipping out, you know, seeing me play the fucking Opry. And my dad, he was a wedding DJ and he loved metal and hip hop and all that. And it's just everything together gave me the appreciation of just music in general. Like, you know, I'm a believer that, like, you know, everything doesn't need to be super pigeonholed. There's fucking beauty and love in every piece of music.
Oh,
and that's why you listen to fucking everything. And that's the best part about it, you know? It's just, you know, oh, I feel like fucking this today. I feel like this today, you know, and it's the best, you know?
I think that's the best thing about being your own DJ is you get to, like, you know, I want to play this, I want to play this, and I'm going to play this, you know? That's what I feel like you are in a lot of ways, in some ways, and I don't mean that in any weird way, but I feel like you're not America's DJ, but you're like...
That's cool. Say that.
You're America's DJ in a weird way.
Yeah.
I mean, you're born on the 4th of July.
That's true.
How? I mean, what else are we asking for?
Yeah, what the
guys?
hell's going on? I'm American.
But it's
DJ.
like, I think people find so much joy through you, you know? Does that feel like a lot of pressure? Because everybody loves you, you know?
Not necessarily true.
That's true. You're right. Maybe that's a weird question, man. I'm sorry to say it. That's kind of weird.
What's that? No, not at all. That dude.
But people... I don't know. I think people relate to you for some reason. And I don't even know if it's always because of music.
Yeah, it's just, dude.
I think people relate to somebody trying to be themselves.
Yes, sir.
And find themselves through a medium.
Yes, sir.
Whether it be music or art or dance or affection. Yeah, I don't know. And it's not, I guess some of it is judgment. I don't mean it that way. I think it's more me trying to explore you, because I think that it's an interesting thing.
Well, no, it's just like I think people appreciate and can relate to being yourself, and that's what everyone wants to do.
It's hard for us.
It is hard. It's terrible now. You know, it's like there's so many societal pressures. I don't know, and then with the pickup of social media and how it just moves at 100 miles a minute. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but it's just 100 miles a minute, and you can't, like, you don't have time to, even if this is who you are, I feel the pressure to go with the next thing. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I feel bad, like, for some of these kids that are just, you know, super immersed in social media, and because it's a crazy fucking place.
Yeah.
And I'm having this, like, debate with myself. It's like, oh, like, when do I let my daughter have accounts and shit, and even less like a smartphone? You know what I mean? I'm happy with her running around with one of those, like, what are they called, like ladybug phones or whatever, that has, like, your mom's number, your dad's number, all this shit.
Yeah, I think it's a T-Mobile Sidekick or whatever.
The Alias 2 or whatever, where it went like this.
Or, dude, what if your daughter had, like, one of those CB radios, like you actually gave her one in her crib or whatever, or, you know, or whatever crib she has at 2.5 years old, if she's still in there, and that's fine. And I say, hey, keep Mendel 7. But what if she had in there, she's just sitting in her crib and she's like, breaker.
Well, we take certification very seriously. So once she can pass the cert class, then we can get her the CB.
Hey,
I don't want her fucking wild rogue on the airwaves,
You're
man.
right. You're right. We don't need that. Hey, this is full diaper to gray squirrel. This is
You remember that song?
full diaper to gray squirrel. Come back, gray squirrel.
Come pick me up. What are you doing? You remember that song?
How great would that be?
It was about like a teddy bear. And it was about this kid and his dad, like, had passed or something, and he got a hold of his CB radio and was just like, hey, I want to be a truck driver one day. I love everything. Like, and then they all come and, like, take him for a ride in their truck and stuff like that. It's a really sweet thing.
It was a song?
Yes, sir. I would be tempted to call the police or report him at least, because I know for a fact he's not certified. Yeah. So it's a very sweet song, but I don't want to do that, but I have to. You understand?
Hey, rules are rules.
Rules, dude. You gotta. Oh, dude, you're so fucked, and you're gonna be getting a big fine.
That's the most I've laughed in a long time, dude. Rules are rules, dude. Dude, what do you think if you met an alien, right? What song would you play for them, right? This is a big question. So say aliens come, we send you to meet them, and they're like,
Send me?
huh?
Me?
Dude, it's out of you, The Rock, and probably a diversity hire. Okay. So, right? Because some people don't consider The Rock diverse anymore. So it's it's out of you.
It's a little bit of this show me what you got.
Right. So, and what song do you play for the aliens, right? Because it's got to be a banger, because if the first one isn't a banger, it's going to be a rap, dude.
Shit.
When them pigs try to spit at you, drop it like it's hot.
That's fire. No, that's fire. I think it'd probably be Fireball Pitbull.
Ooh.
Get him like ready to go, Mr. 305. No problem. Get him ready to fucking go. Like, hey, all right, let's go.
How does that song go?
Fireball.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that. Bro, I was at a dinner. I was at a dinner a couple months ago, and Pitbull plays, right? And we're standing there in the audience, and I think it's me and like,
You can't play Pitbull at dinner.
well,
That's
what
a
I thought,
rule.
dude.
I think that's
what
a
I
rule.
thought. And Pitbull's on, and we're like, how do we know this is a real Pitbull? Like there could be 30 Pitbulls playing around America right
He
now.
went to perform. It was Pitbull.
Pitbull, they said, was playing, but then we looked at the guy and we're like, this could be any Uber driver.
That's true. You never get close-up shots of Pitbull.
That's the
and he's
thing.
always got big glasses.
Yes, it was like, dude, there could be 7 Pitbulls playing right now. We'd
It's
have
just
no
like
idea.
birds aren't real. Maybe fucking Pitbull ain't real.
Pitbull ain't real.
Maybe is this a see,
Bro, first of all, this is pull up that picture right there in the middle, right above, right there. This is any Uber driver.
Well, I don't see that, but
Right, and that's me saying it. You don't have to say it, and that's fine, dude. But yeah.
oh no, I don't see these. Kind of. Is that Pitbull on the right?
Who knows? That's the
Maybe.
thing.
Look at that. That's
Nobody knows if it's Pitbull.
Is that a mugshot? Wait, go back to this one. Is that a mugshot?
That's a mugshot.
Because if that's a mugshot, that's the hardest mugshot of all time. That's not Pitbull. That's Jeff Bezos, of course.
But see, right there, it could have been anybody. It could be Pitbull. It could be Wamaron.
How about Jeff Bezos getting down? Look at the heart glasses. Where is he here? What festival is this?
Bro, he's delivering packages. You feel me?
You
Dude,
dig?
that's all I'm saying. That guy, dude. My friend told me that he can bust big loads, dude. I
Is
made
that
that
true?
up. I made that up.
My buddy told me he's bust fat nuts.
My buddy told me he got big busts.
That's just some you're on the Elvis tour and Featherbed comes and says, "Did you hear about Jeff Bezos? He's busting fat nuts."
Hey, they call him Jeff Bezos. I've been kissing your mother.
This is where Elvis used to kiss his mom.
Overnight delivery.
Can't decide what's going on.
Bro,
Can't
what are we
decide.
talking about?
Who knows?
What is this show about? Jesus Christ.
You were
dude.
saying, I'm so sorry. You saying it
No,
could,
I was saying
could
you're
be
pulling
90
your
pit bulls.
child out of your wife's vagina.
Exactly. Let's get back. So, anyways, you got a stepmom. I like this Jeff Bezos, though. I'll say.
Well, I'll say this: the guy's incredible. He's obviously an incredible businessman.
Well, I
you
like
know?
this version.
Oh,
like
yeah.
whatever he's up to. He's an amazing. I can't even believe it. Amazon is gonna like. It's gonna probably be very dystopian. It's gonna be scary. I think.
What does dystopian mean?
Like kind of like Orwellian.
Okay, so like foreign, mystical, spacey.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think that's verbatim the definition.
Okay.
But I just think like it's like very thought policey. There you go.
Okay, here we go. Dystopian, relating to or denoting an imagined state of society where there is great suffering or injustice, the dystopian future of a society bereft of reason. And then the noun is a person who imagines or foresees a state or society where there's great suffering or injustice.
So it's like I think with all the drones, like we were just in San Francisco, and our driver got cut off by a self-driving car.
No.
And you can't even cuss him out.
And how do you go home to your wife after that?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, you seen the Tim Robinson show?
He's so funny, isn't he?
He's so funny. But there's the one where he goes to a magic show with his wife, and the magician brings him up on stage and just like makes fun of his suit or whatever, and they go home, and his wife's like laying there. He embarrassed you. And she like, they get divorced, all this shit, because the magician on stage made fun of his suit and just like made jokes. But yeah, cut off by a self-driving car, 100%. And it gets to this point to where it's like all humanity is lost. And now even with social media, it's like, it's very thought policey, and we police each other.
Yeah. Yeah, we even turned into the police.
Voluntarily is what we do. And then now everything is heard and seen and everything. So it's just like, I can't tell you how many times I've been on my phone and thought about something. And then the next time I Google something, it comes up. I didn't even say it out loud. It's just there. Like I was thinking like, oh, maybe how sick would it be to like jack off on a jet ski in my head?
Totally.
And I get on Google
and like, buy the jet
it's like
ski.
Wiki feet and then get this jet ski. You know what I mean? It's like fucking crazy. And like, how does that even work? Does it just know you so well that it knows what you're going to think at this moment? It's just going crazy. And it's the biggest company in the world.
Amazon.
Yeah.
My mom delivers for them.
Has she experienced any of that stuff?
I mean, she said no. Nothing. Yeah, she hadn't met anyone.
Well, it's just like the Roombas and shit. You know what I mean? They scan your whole house.
Yeah.
And it is convenient, but convenience not always the best way. Sorry to cut you off. Sorry.
No, dude, I'm cutting you off. And it's like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
it's okay, sir.
It's okay. Thank you.
Fucker.
I'll go. But it's like, yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what we turn into more and more as things get, Bernie Sanders was just on and he was talking about, and I loved it too. I got to say that.
Yes, sir.
I loved, I was a Bernie fan. I'll say it,
He seems awesome.
Yeah. I don't know I don't know every one of his policies,
right,
but I was a fan of him.
He seems like a great guy to crack a beer with or just hang out with.
And he comes in and he's like, and he's got his bag with him and every zipper on the bag is open. And so immediately I was like, that's me. That's
Perfect.
my guy.
Yeah.
Every guy working so hard, keep going. Every zipper's open. There's Visine in one and like a couple masks in the other. He pulls a manila folder out. He looks through it. He's like, he puts that down. Looks at the cookies we got for him. Not interested. I think he wanted ginger snaps. We didn't get any.
It's an old timey treat.
I agree. Yeah. We thought current treats
Yes,
and
sir.
our bag.
Yes, sir.
And he goes, I'm ready. And so we start talking, man, and it was just great. He wanted health care for everybody. And the things he wants, it's like normal stuff. It's like you just want people to feel safe and normal. But yeah, I just loved his authenticity. I don't know where this was going. Jesus, I'm an idiot.
It's okay, Theo Vaughn. You're fine to me.
Thanks, man. Thanks, dude.
I can't believe this is a show. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, dude, I can't believe it.
Isn't that wild?
Dude, we tape above my garage. There are people with lots in different cities or whatever. We tape above my garage, dude.
I believe you said top 10 in the whole world. So
I
just
can't
say
even-
you need to just start saying more wild shit.
You
Get you up
think?
to number one. Yeah, just say the most wild thing you can into that camera right now.
I'll go to jail, dude. Trust me. And just for you sitting in it, you'll go to jail too.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And I'll
Hey.
say, Theo, that's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he like to kiss his mother goodbye. I'll tell you that. We've gotten wild enough, dude. So the country tour, will there be anything different than your last tours? No, it'll just be tour, new music.
Tour,
right?
new music, yes, sir. Lots of fire. I went and saw George Strait and Chris Stapleton in Utah. That was awesome.
Utah's so great, man.
It's amazing.
My brother lives right outside of Mount Zion Park.
It's amazing. Well, he's got an awesome spot there. Yeah, we're like 30 minutes outside of Salt Lake. Yeah. And
That's
it's
beautiful.
lovely.
The whole
Dude, it's
state is
killer.
just stunning.
It's killer.
And there's a sense of freedom. There's a sense of like, I want to do what I want to do.
That's exactly why
know?
I went there. I lived in LA for like 5 years, and I was like, I can't do it. Like, I can't do it anymore. It's beautiful, but the people there, and that's not even LA people. It's, like people who move there And it's just always, I felt like this oppressive energy. It's always like, there's always something to do. There's always something someone wants from you. And I went and did a show, and I met beautiful people in LA.
Oh,
and I've
yeah.
also met a lot of fucking dickheads.
Oh, yeah.
But I did a show in Utah, and I was like, this place fucking rocks. And so a week later, we got the house, and
That was it.
it was the best decision I've made, you know.
Some of my best shows that I've had recently were through Idaho and Utah.
Idaho probably gets down.
Bro, those
cool.
dude, I didn't know they like GUNS over there, dude.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know.
There's
dude.
nothing else to do.
I was like, who likes guns? 7 people just shot him in the air.
Yeah, fucking single action Colt, fucking single action army. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I was like, all right.
cool.
Noted.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
So be
But-
funny.
Yeah. Yeah,
Say
like,
something funny, man. Fucking.
oh, you tighten up quick, bro. Your posture is fucking. All right. Yeah. And so that was pretty amazing, man. It's going there. And it's such beautiful country out there. And I think a lot more people are like, what are we doing in these cities? What am I chasing?
Yeah, man.
I want to be alive. I want to feel like something important. Did you feel like as you got more famous that part of you like changed or disappeared, or because when did you start to get popular at, or let's just say popular, because fame is a weird word,
Yeah.
you know. What things happened to you? Did you notice anything? Did some of it feel bad?
Yeah, man. I mean, Migos had a song called "I'd Rather Be Rich Than Famous." Makes a lot of sense. It's just, especially whenever you're coming, like, the whole music world so young, it's super easy to just be a fuck up kid, you know what I mean, and not know what the fuck is going on. And it was hard. And since then, I've moved to Utah. I got rid of my social media. I keep way more to myself. I don't really go out anymore. I just and you know, for a long time, I was very sad. And I find myself now getting back into what is fun to me and what I love doing. Been a lot of riding, a lot of time in the fucking woods. I just got a really awesome piece of property where I can just sit and fish and be to myself. And I wondered for the longest time why I was so sad. And it was just because I wasn't able to do what I like to do in my current circumstance. And I think it's important for anyone who's doing anything to be able to get out and take some time for yourself. And for the longest time, I didn't do that. You know, it was just head down and go, go, go. But now, taking this time to really just do what I like to do, and I have a daughter, I guess. She's cool. She's fine.
So that helped.
Yeah.
But you really mean that, what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
And I
man,
think
'cause
it's
I-
important for everyone.
I
Yes, sir.
struggle. Like, I just keep feeling like I need to do more to prove, like, I don't know what I'm trying to prove things to sometimes.
Yes, sir.
It's like there's this constant, like, I've had it since I think I was a kid, you
Yes,
know?
sir.
Like, I'm not enough, and I don't know if it's I'm not enough. That's not the feeling. The feeling is like, what else can I do? What's the next? I have to do more. But it's like, what am I trying to appease? That's the thing I struggle with sometimes, you know?
Sure.
And I think in the end, later on, I've realized, I think as an adult, it's just this endless feeling of like, oh, I'm not enough. I have to constantly prove myself
Yes, sir.
to you. Like, and if I proved myself to you yesterday, that's not enough.
That's not enough.
I have to prove myself again to you today.
Yes,
and I
sir.
think it's just this, I don't know how that magnet started that keeps pulling that energy out of me. You know?
Well, I think people have the natural inclination to want to be great, you know? And it's like, even with music, with me, I can only speak on my behalf. I can't speak on your world at all. But whenever I make a record, I'm already writing new songs. I've already done these songs. I want to see what I can do next. I want to see what I can make next. You know what I mean? It's always like you want to create. And we get caught up in this kind of deal where it's just like, it's just, like I said, everything is so fucking fast.
Yeah, now it is.
And like you said, I proved myself to you yesterday. Why do I got to prove myself to you today? And it's nothing is certain, and we just want to be great. I think humans inherently want to be great and be accepted. And let me ask you this. What do you like to do? What do you like to do when you're not working?
You know, honestly, I like to go fishing, man.
Yeah.
I like to talk to my brother. I like to think about my friends. I like to pray for my friends and people.
Maybe you go be a minister, like a volunteer minister. I was thinking about signing up for the fire department.
Okay, hold on. I agree you're still getting people out of fires, but a little different than volunteer ministry, okay? But pulling people out of Hades and pulling people out of a somebody set off a space heater in a
Well, no.
in a Hampton Inn is a little bit different, okay? But I feel you.
You understand what I'm saying.
No, I do 100%, brother. Praise God, baby. Yeah, one day I think I would like to end up in that, or in some form of like, is there anything from my life that I can share that will help somebody not feel some of the tough parts that I felt?
And yes, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
Your heart is bigger than your hat, dude. And I can tell that from the first moment I met you. I think we met at Losers the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And we were just hanging out back with Ern.
Dude.
Yep. And
Ern is the glue of this city.
oh my God.
Can we go ahead and say
he
that?
He knows everybody. It's amazing.
He knows
and
everybody,
he's just
and he's
a sweetheart.
So funny.
Yeah.
And he's
killer.
so talented.
Yes, sir.
And I hope he feels how much people love him.
Yes, sir.
Because they do.
Absolutely. And I love that motherfucker too. More than life, brother.
Yeah,
I love you, dude.
He's the funniest person I've
He's
met
a
in
whip,
Nashville.
dude. He's a whip. It's insane. He's so fast. He's fast. I can't even believe it. Like, it's kind of like hanging with John Mayer. Like, whenever you meet John Mayer, it's like everything you say, he has a one-liner in response. And it's the coolest thing you've ever heard anyone say. Ern's very much like that. He's going.
Oh, John's magnificent, dude. So I met John Mayer probably 17 years ago, right?
Yes, sir.
And then 7 years later, I saw him at the Comedy Store. And when I met him, I was working as a tour manager for an artist named Josh Kelly, who also came out of Georgia. But anyway, he and I met John one night. And 7 years later, I was at the Comedy Store, and I saw John. And I said, hey, man, I met you. And he goes, I met you at an apartment in New York City 7 years ago. And he fucking knew.
It's insane. No,
and I was like,
insane.
oh, you're a wizard.
Yeah, he is. He is a wizard.
It was crazy, man. And so we went and saw him recently at the Grateful Dead & Co. And it was,
how was that show?
Dude, it was so special, man. It was so special. My brother's a huge Grateful Dead fan. And I love my brother so much. I don't even have the words for how much I love my brother.
Yes, sir.
And in between the shows, his assistant came out and said, hey, John wants to say hey to you guys. So we're walking back. And my brother's a huge Grateful Dead fan. Like, he's like bought like Jerry's like replica DNA off Reddit and shit. He's had some tough moments, but he's a great guy. And and my brother was like looking at all the dressing rooms, like shit you don't do. Like, you're walking back, you don't fucking, my brother's like looking at like the, he's looking at like the coffee tray and just what's going on. He sees Bob Weir's dressing room. He introduced himself to a security guard. It's sweet, it's cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then we got to go in and talk to John. And I literally just sat there while they talked about Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
And that moment right there was
cool.
the highlight of my life.
Yeah, and I can tell you love your brother, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so much. Just basic. You sit there, because to be 100% candid with you, I could not name one Grateful Dead song.
Yeah.
And for you to sit there and them talk about the Grateful Dead.
Oh, I love it.
That's amazing.
It meant so much to me. Because I just knew. And my brother is very articulate and extremely smart, especially when it comes to like child development and stuff. And I knew that in a weird way, his intellect and John's would be cool. And it was just nice. But it was nice of John to welcome us. Anyway, it was a great show. I'm kind of bragging there, but that was like a cool moment. And the other day I was texting my brother and he's like, hey, John, I like, it was cool that John just let us have a regular conversation with him. And I was like, yeah, it was really
He's
cool.
a stud, man. Much like Ern. I get the same kind of deal.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I
That's
get
cool.
the same kind of deal. I think so.
Yeah,
He's
Ernest,
just smart, man.
Ernest so good.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
it's crazy. He makes me laugh. I'm like, how do I laugh? I got to talk to him.
Yeah, he's a killer.
Yeah.
He's a killer, and
Did he work on a new? Is he on one of your new songs?
yeah, we did a song together. He wrote a bunch on the record, and he's just like, dude, he's on top of it. I can't even believe it. I'm honored to work with that young man, and he's just a great heart. It was him and Chuck. Through them, I met everyone here, and it's a great spot right here, man. I just can't believe it.
Yeah. What's the time in Nashville been like? So it's been what, 5 or 6 months you've been here?
Yes, sir. Yeah, 5 or 6 months, or maybe a little more. I think.
Did you buy a house here?
No, sir. I want one. It's just so damn expensive.
It's pricey, huh?
It is. It is for a fancy house. Whatever, if you get a new spot, I'll move in with you. I'll move in the garage.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah. I'm pretty low maintenance.
I need some help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, please. I can't swing the Nashville deal. But I'm looking for spots. I'd like a spot out here because every time we come out here, we stay at the hotel or Airbnb, and the folks at the hotel are so sweet and they take such great care of me. But I just need a little more room. So we started Airbnb-ing a little bit because we have the baby out and all that stuff. And then I was like, well, we'll get a spot. So we started looking, and like stuff that I'm looking at, I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's
pricey.
It is wild. Yeah, it is wild. We looked at the same house. I remember talking.
We did.
Yeah.
You looked at it too, huh?
I looked at it on the internet.
Oh, you didn't go visit?
I didn't go. I
I
go.
went in person. I went
didn't go.
3 times.
Yeah, I didn't go.
It's so hard for him to get something that's fancy.
You deserve it.
Thanks, man.
Well, all you need to do is start doing like those. You do the youth pastor stuff, but you do it like this big stadium deal. Like the guy, what's the guy's name?
Carl Lentz.
Who's I don't want to be in an airplane with a bunch of demons, so I bought me a private jet. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, bring that guy up.
Yeah, that
dude.
dude's awesome.
And our
That dude's
producer
out
Ben
of, he's out of
devout
control.
Christian, and so, but no judgment here. Let's bring this fella up, Benny.
I'm not a devout believer in Kenneth Copeland. I'll say that.
Okay, and he knows who we're talking about, dude.
Kenneth
man.
Copeland, that's what it is. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
God gave me an airplane.
About why you don't want to fly commercial. Why have you said that you won't fly commercial? You said that it's like getting into a tube with a bunch
Doesn't he
of
look
demons.
evil?
Why do you
He's
think
got
that?
like the classic
No,
villain
listen
face.
to me
Man.
just a second.
I mean, Chuck Schumer.
Not the people. The main reason is because of the need. If I flew commercial, I'd have to stop 65% of what I'm doing. That's really the main.
Isn't it true that you want to fly commercial so that you can fly in luxury? How much money did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business. But
Isn't it
true.
the business of your donors?
listen,
Good
I
question.
paid.
Big slap back right there. Well, into the business.
You kind of caught me off guard here. Okay?
Well,
Now,
fuck.
I'd like to give you a chance to catch your breath and have a conversation. We don't want to catch you off guard.
Love inside
Really?
edition.
Yes,
you
you did.
ran up
Yeah,
to
you
him
did,
under
yeah.
a shed.
Hey, you listening to me? My wife thinks Inside Edition is, oh, yeah. Yes, I
It
think.
might be rolling too.
Again, getting back to the
This
comment.
dude's on
You
Molly.
said that you don't like to fly
For the
commercial
Lord.
because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
It hurts. It hurts.
We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that term then? Just to
Oh
Isn't that
my
wild?
God.
It's wild.
And what state is he from?
He's not from Utah.
Well, if he's from Utah, Louisiana, we're from. Oh, he's from Newark, Texas.
Oh, fuck. Texas.
And that's fair.
No,
And that's where you grew
yeah,
up.
Yeah, okay.
He grew up in
I
Texas. man.
get. I guess he's fine. I guess now. He's from Lubbock. No shit. That's crazy. That's wild.
Hey, neighbor.
That's wild.
Did you? Oh, yeah. What were some of your? What were some of the music you grew up listening to in Texas, man?
Fuck.
Or what was some music that kind of first influenced you? Like for me, I had a lot. I mean, John Michael Montgomery. To see you play with him the other night,
So
dude.
cool.
Bro, that we loved listening to him. We loved listening to Clint Black. We love listening to Garth Brooks. We loved listening to Lil Wayne. We loved listening to the Hot Boys. The Hot Boys. We don't mind.
Yeah, buddy.
Those are some of the musicians of like No Doubt, like shit like that, you know,
Dude,
Jewel.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. That's like I remember my dad had the big ass iPod that was like 100 or 360 gigs. You remember the big blocks? And I would steal it. I was like, hey, can I use your iPod tonight? And it was everything. It was like Megadeth, fucking the Blueprint, fucking the Garth Brooks, my mom's
Down
side,
in
my
a
mom.
hole.
Yeah,
Feeling
dude,
somehow.
fucking Allison. Lane
Is that
Staley
Alice in
is the
Chains?
killer. Yeah,
Yeah, so
killer, dude.
I'd like to fly. Like,
What is that one?
I think it's the same song. But my wings have been so denied.
I like that.
Okay, sorry. I think that could be also from the Muppets. Okay, my bad. But yeah,
It's
I
almost
think, yeah.
unrecognizable. No, it's just everything, man. Like, and I grew up in it. Like, Young Thug for me is my favorite lyricist and melody maker, like, of all fucking time. Like, I remember when he, like, the first song I heard was it was him and Pee Wee Longway. It's a song called Loaded. And I was like, what the fuck? These melodies, like, insane. Like, he goes to such crazy fucking places that, Free Young Thug, by the way, he goes to such crazy fucking places where the natural mind, like, my melody mind doesn't go. I would go down one place and he would go like 2 octaves up. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? This is mine. And so fun to listen to. Like, so fucking cool. And like a lot of it, like, growing up was in my early teens and everything was Thug and like Rocky and George Strait, Hank Sr., Allen, Megadeth, Metallica, Anthrax, just everything. Dude.
Oh, yeah. You're
And
a
even
kid.
a little dubstep.
Yeah.
I don't listen to dubstep now, but I did. Like a little Flux Pavilion just to pepper it.
Wow, bro.
But dude, there's so much fucking cool shit going on and that's the problem too. Like, I remember, like, SoundCloud just first started, and I was maybe one of the first artists to really like blow up strictly on SoundCloud.
Really? I didn't even know that.
SoundCloud, I think it was like 2013. SoundCloud was going, and I think I can't remember anything. I have such a dory brain, but yeah. And it's so hard now, I feel like, for new artists because of the volume of music that's getting put out, which is a fucking amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 2007, I was way off.
But that's when it started.
It was really popping.
right.
Really
Things that start,
Yes,
that means they open their doors.
Yes, sir.
Probably took 5 years to get going.
Type in when did SoundCloud really start popping?
2017.
Like in 2017. Look at that. Chance the Rapper, Post Malone, Odd Future.
Oh, you're on that list.
Yeah, see, I'm on the list out of 3.
There you go.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's super cool, man.
But yeah, it's hard now, like, to get discovered, especially. Well, it's either easier or real hard, because you can do something that really just tricks the algorithm and saying, like, people get like viral, super viral moments, but songs don't have to be viral to be awesome. And we miss out, I feel like, on so many like artists that never, so many talented people that
never trick the algorithm?
that never get the algorithm going for them, but they're fucking killer. And that's like the hard part, is the volume of stuff. And I'm a big advocate. Like, the first recording software I got, I think making music should be as cheap as it possibly can, and you can get your ideas out. Like, I used a free recording software. I had a $200 guitar. I had a $100 mic, and I would sit in my room and fucking make these songs. I love that concept. But it's hard now because like I said, it's so fast, and songs are viral for a couple days, and then like you don't hear much after that. You know what I mean? And that's
Right.
like,
Or a trend comes through and takes
but
it.
that's what people are like, let's make something that goes viral. I want people to fucking express themselves the way that it is. And if you work super fucking hard and you go, like, I'm the luckiest dude in the world. I went viral. Like that White Iverson went viral. And that was because of Fat Man Key, and he's fucking amazing. Amazing.
But you also
doing
feel
his
like you were
videos.
sharing yourself honestly.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And that's like, and I think there's so many artists out there that I want to do something in the future where, like Audacity, that free recording program.
Oh,
is
yeah.
the most
Dude.
amazing thing of all. It's free. It's free.
That's the only editor I know how to use,
It's
dude.
amazing.
If our shit's
dude.
bonk in the middle of that, I'll be up on Audacity.
It's
fucking
amazing,
figuring
and
it
it's
out.
free, and it has been free.
Thank you, Audacity. I didn't even,
Dude, fuck yeah,
Thank you, Audacity.
Isn't that fucking?
It really was
sick?
cool. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I never even thought to thank them because, yeah, I'd be up in the middle of the night, a podcast episode, something be wrong.
Yeah.
Like, we got to fix it. Boom, I'll use Audacity, you know? Yeah, I think, trying to be real to yourself. What makes you fucking feel? What makes you hurt, or what makes you want? What makes you angry, or what makes you, what makes you uncertain? Like, if you can find a feeling and attach your art to it, I think I don't believe that we can't see authenticity
Yes, sir.
when we see it.
Yes, sir.
I don't believe that. I know there's hooks and you can get hooked, you can get hooked on the hooks, but I feel like authenticity you can never lose by just trying,
You're not making it just to make it. You're making it because you love it.
Right. Well, that's one thing Bernie Sanders said. I said, well, what would you say to a young politician who wants to be, someone young who wants to affect culture the same way you did in the 70s when you decided to become a politician? He said,
Me?
No, not you.
Oh, that explains the Elvis question.
You're talking about you're talking about Ghost Malone, dude. But no. He said, I said, Bernie, what if you had to say something to a young person who was the same as you in 1970 or 1968, who wanted to affect change, right?
Yes,
Who
sir.
really wanted to have who believed that I'm a human that can have an effect on the world, right? He said, do it because of what your purpose is, not because you want to get elected. Like, you don't have to get elected anymore to serve your purpose.
Yes, sir.
Right? You can serve your purpose because of social media and because of the internet these days, just as much as if you got elected.
If you were elected.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So, and I that was pretty interesting to me. It was like, yeah, find the new road, Like, just like even with SoundCloud, it's like, if you couldn't get a deal, if there wasn't a deal, somebody
Right.
handing you a deal, that's like, find the new road.
Find the SoundCloud, go independent. And it's such a cool thing to see, like, independent artists and fucking them doing all the shit by themselves. Like,
Yeah.
printing the records, putting it up on DSPs, all this stuff. It's so cool. That's why, like, I think I was saying too, I want to give, like, down the road whenever, there's more time and I'm not so selfish and self-focused. Well, and I got my family too, so I'm working hard for
No,
that.
but it's okay. I feel you, man. It's like,
Give some
you get going on your own dream and your own dream takes off. And then it's like, how quick do you feel like I need to start to turn around and figure out help?
And when can you help others? And that's like the most important thing for me is either you do it with music, help people, through hard times, or help them get through a tough week or whatever. But I want to make it bigger and help, artists really get a fucking spot and showcase talent, because there's so much that doesn't get, like, it's cool. I'm excited, and now I'm about 30 years old. I'm 29, but not tomorrow, but next year I'll be 30, and I'm like, I don't have it in me anymore. I'm figuring it out. I'm like, my back hurts. Whenever your knees click whenever you stand up.
Oh,
you
that's the scariest,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I went to an audition one time and they're like, all right, do the part. And I started reading and I pointed and you could hear it was a quiet room. You could
Your elbow go. Oh, dude, you hear
you could
that?
hear my elbow click so much. It was like somebody loaded a shotgun. And you saw like
chiropractor.
there was one cute girl in the room. She like immediately got her phone out. It was like you could just tell.
That was not that bad.
Bro, it was bad. Everybody came. Even you could see in my eyes. One of my eyes was like, I'm going home. We'll just let the other one work. You know, I cocked in earlier than he did. You could see you could just see things change, you know.
It is wild.
But it is wild, yeah. But it is also wild. And also you want to get to a place in your life when it comes to like giving back where you know what you want to give back to. Like that's the craziest thing. It's like I've been in discussions for like about a year and a half with an attorney about starting a foundation and like, well, what do you want your foundation to be? You can't just make a foundation and it's blind. You like the government, you have to make it very specific. And so there's all these certain things. And so you have to figure that out. And you don't want to just be blind. You want to do something you care about because otherwise then you're supporting something you don't even really care about and your passion's not going to be in it.
Can I 10-1?
Yeah.
All right, let me 10-1.
You got to pee?
Yes, sir.
You can pee off the balcony if you want.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is, dude. Dude, I'm putting this Elmer Fudd hat on, dude.
Brandless.
That's bad. Hold on. I look like a referee at a freaking that's horrible too.
That's not horrible. Why are you too hard on yourself?
Dude, I'm so hard on myself, man.
Why? Why?
I don't know why. I think man, this is a great question. Let me think about it real quick. And let me seriously think about it. Why am I so hard on myself? I think there's a constant feeling of like, I think it comes from when I was a kid. I have to be enough for you to see me. So how do I make myself enough or okay where you'll see me, you know?
I see you and you're a stud and I love you. You're a killer.
Thanks.
And there's so many people out there that think the same. The hat did suck though.
Yeah. All right.
You're amazing, Theo.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just so crazy that it just doesn't get built into me, man. Thank you, dude. That's sweet of you to say.
Come on.
No, it's just sweet of you to say, man. Yeah, it's like I hate that. I hate that I'm always having to like, you know, after a while it gets, you know, it's like, do I look okay? Do I seem okay? I just want to fuck it. I'm just tired of the fight, you know? And the fight is just against me. It's like the same thing you're saying. It's like, so I'm not getting into self-pity mode here. I'm just looking at it, you know?
Yes, sir.
I want people to know that because sometimes we can get into self-pity. I got to be careful there.
Yes, sir.
You know, I don't want to get into self-pity, but it's like, yeah, why is that, you know? But even thinking about it like this is kind of helpful, you know? So thanks, man.
No, thank you, Theo. And dude, the shit that you do and how many lives you brighten every day just by being your fucking self and doing this show, and it helps so many people. It's fucking bitchin', to put it mildly.
Yeah.
It's bitchin', dude. You're such a bitchin' dude.
Right on.
You're such a
Which
bitchin'
seems
dude.
almost a little femme, okay?
No, yeah. Well,
It is. That's okay.
High femme.
High femme. Yeah, it's high femme. Thanks, dude.
You got
Thanks,
it.
bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I wish I could think, you know, I think it was just so hard when I was a kid. It was so hard to feel highly of myself, you know? It was like I just like, I don't know. I felt like I just wasn't worth a lot, you know?
Theo Vaughn.
No shade, bro.
Quit it, brother.
Sorry.
No cap. Quit it. You son of a bitch.
Thanks, bro. I'm not trying to be weird.
No, you're not being
I feel like I'm
weird.
not flirting with you. You don't feel like that, do you?
Well, you are
Okay.
cute. Well, take the hat off.
Hold
You're
on,
good.
dude. Look, I kissed your mother.
This is where Theo Vaughn used to kiss his mama.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes that old shit fucking comes up, you know?
No, absolutely.
And I
that's
want to respect it because that's the old kid's feelings. But also, yeah, I want to let that kid know the same things you say, that like, you know, I'm a deserving person, and that I'm a good person, and that it's okay.
You
know?
are, dude. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I asked earlier. Like, I get the idea. Well, we've met times before, but today I feel like take some time to do fucking Theo shit. Dude, take that. You deserve it more than you know, I think. And that's like a really fucking cool thing. You are such a good person. And
Thanks, bro.
I'm just honored to know you. And you fucking kick ass, dude.
You too, man.
No, you kick ass, dude. Thanks for
bro.
talking to me about that stuff. I know it's not always easy to talk about, and I didn't mean to push it on you.
No, I didn't. I don't feel like you did, man. You know, it's something a lot of like the listeners of this show think about a lot. You know, it's like we talk about that stuff a lot. You know, it's like yeah, how we feel, our relationship to ourselves, that kind of shit. You know,
It's important. It is important, and it gets overlooked.
Yeah, it gets. I mean, I can't believe it's not a class in school. Like, hey, how do you feel about yourself? Like, fuck, dude. I'd have wrote 70 essays on that
Yeah,
shit.
it's easy. Oh, that's a F? Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, right. This is, you don't know, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy that there's not a world of a little bit more a world of emotional intelligence.
Yes, sir.
Like when we grow up.
Yes, sir.
Because it would help people so much.
Absolutely.
But thanks, bro. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, like I feel, most of the time I feel great, you know? And dude, the past few years have just been so good. It's like going through like so much therapy, and I've done ayahuasca treatments, and I've been in 12-step recovery like
yes, sir.
95% of the last 10 years. And so, you know, all of that whole universe has been great.
And you're fucking killing it, dude. You like,
Yeah, look, dude, you're here today.
I made it. You got me, dude.
Hey, look,
You
dude,
got
we're
me
good,
and
dude.
Bernie.
Dude, could I ask for 2 more sweethearts?
Well, I didn't
If
bring
I had a
lemon,
Valentine's when I was a kid, I would
Sir.
have picked a woman, but instead, I got you and Bernie, and I'll take it, bro.
Well, double Valentine's very progressive.
Yeah.
Polyamorous Valentine.
Hey, I'm
good band
in,
name,
bro.
Fucking good band name.
It doesn't even, polyamorous Valentine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, do you ever, have you seen all the Halloween costumes of you? You ever see
Yes,
them?
sir.
You do?
A cool story about Halloween. I don't know if I've told this before, but
Yeah, tell it, man.
we were on Bourbon Street in the Big Easy,
Oh, yeah, New Orleans, man. I'm from Covington, Louisiana, so close.
and I love it there, by the way. It's like the dopest place. But we went on Halloween.
It's a great place to go missing.
Oh, it's the best. We went on Halloween, and people thought I was a costume and didn't get stopped once. They were like, sick costume, dude. I'm like, thanks, man. I didn't get stopped once. I know I love this. Like, dude, it's so cool to see. I don't know why babies dress up as me so much. I don't know why my music is so big to the 3 and under demographic.
Is that true?
It is. Look at all these babies.
Hey, pull up Post Malone babies. Oh, my God. And that one has a cigarette? Bring up Post Malone babies, dude. Costume.
I'm trying, dude.
Well,
See, look, baby.
Oh.
Baby costume. Hey, Theo.
hold on. Zoom in.
It's coming
What
around.
the
It's coming.
fuck
it's
is this?
coming
Hold
up.
on. Bring this up, dude. This kid looks like somebody Gypsy Rose would date. Or what's that lady's name? Gypsy?
Gypsy Rose.
Is her name Gypsy Rose?
Who's that?
Yeah, that looks like somebody Gypsy Rose is probably going to leave prison for. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, beautiful lady.
What'd she do?
From Louisiana. Well, who knows what she did. But
Okay.
she is okay with meeting men outside of prison. Pull back. Go to the babies. Oh my God. Hold on. Who the fuck? Pull that back up, dude.
The
Come
baby
on.
would look normal.
Bro,
I'm not
this
convinced
baby-
those aren't prosthetic feet,
Bro,
though.
no joke. I'm not going to even a joke. And this is no shade. This looks like Travis Tritt's son. Bring up Tristan Tritt. Oh, God, dude. He's going to kill me for this, dude. Tristan, I love you
Trav.
and
Yeah.
your sister and your father. Bring up Tristan Tritt. Okay. Yeah.
I don't see it.
But hold on. No. Put it together for me right now. You don't see it? Bro, you are an artist? And you don't see it? I've been kissing your mother. You don't see it, white boy. It is what it is. No, that's
It
the
is
worst
what it
picture. Get him. Come on.
So what do
We'll
you want
find
from
a
me?
better picture and put it there. There's 200,000
What do you
pictures
want?
of Tristan Tritt, beautiful young man, Travis Tritt's son, talented musician. We need long hair. Just do your best real quick and put it together.
I'm trying to.
We'll put it together, then and we'll come back to it, dude.
What is that one right there? Wait, go back to that real quick, sir. Yeah, click on that. Go down. What is that third image? What is that? What does that say? Why do you draw on your eye? The concept gives me nightmares. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It looks very Vincent Van.
That's actually on her face. That's like her eye right there.
No, it is not.
Wait, what
That's
happened?
Photoshop.
That's her eyelash and that's her eyebrow.
That's Photoshop. Yo, it's a drawing.
my
It's
God.
makeup. That's cool.
That's cool.
Interesting placement.
Dude, I couldn't even figure that out. That's dark magic.
I thought it was. That's cool.
Dude, that's why I don't drive into the city.
That's you stepping out. Who's on the other eye?
Oh, it's dark magic, huh?
Who's on the other eye?
Probably Dennis Rodman.
Cool.
The other Post Malone.
Oh, it comes out of the beard.
Yeah, it's your beard.
All right, I get it. I understand that.
What are the different Malones I've seen? I've seen Coast Malone. Have you ever seen that one?
No, sir. Is it like a shore?
It's like, see if you can see Coast Malone.
Let's not avoid the Theo Vaughn baby Halloween costumes. That's good. That's apocalyptic almost.
Post Malone is good. Hit the one with the mountains right there on the fourth one. That's very.
I don't see why not.
Look, I agree, dude.
It's very similar. Well, you just got to get enough land, then you could carve it yourself.
Oh, Dermot Kennedy's coming on, dude. He'd love to do it, dude. He's an Irish lad. Yeah, we had Coast Malone. Who else do we have? We had
Ghost Malone's classic.
Ghost
Toast
Malone is
Malone's
classic.
Yep.
Toast Malone.
This one's good.
Toast Malone is good.
I like the fourth one.
Yeah, pull up the fourth one right
Yeah, that's my favorite.
there. That is enjoying the roast Malone.
It's cursed.
That's just a white guy at a Chevron. Okay, pull up one more. Bring up, what else do we have? Roast Malone. Bring up Roast Malone.
Roast Malone's good.
Roast Malone is good. Oh, Roast Malone is
It's
good.
good. Imagine it's like the Jesus on a cracker
Jesus
or
on
whatever.
the toast or whatever, yeah.
That'd go
Roast-
for some money. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
You don't want to cut into your Christmas ham and fucking.
Most Malone is good.
What's that?
It's just a picture of Jelly Roll. Dude. Sorry. And that's an old joke. And if I go to hell for that, that's on me. And it's a cheap joke, Jelly Roll. And I will say that.
What a low blow, you cocksucker.
That is a low blow. But I'll say that. It's a low blow to a high guy. And I believe that I can apologize to him.
He's the best.
Dude, those are the most Malones I've ever seen.
That's the most Malone.
That's the most Malones. Is there something when you think about your career? You've had a storied career,
Sure.
you know, and thank you for it, man. You know, thank you for just taking us like, you know, you feel like a concierge that takes us through different universes, and I appreciate that, man. Because
That's a kind thing to say.
yeah, well, it's important because a lot of artists it's like their wheelhouse is it's not limited, but it's like
Yes.
it's not as multifaceted, you know.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate that because people are multifaceted.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a lot to people, and yeah, it's just good to see that. It's good to see you share vibrant sides, thoughtful sides, introspective sides, like angry sides, vibey sides. It's just cool to see you share the different sides, man. You know, I think that's the new wave of what a lot of people want to see about of artists.
Yes, sir.
Because it's not that you love the music as much anymore. For me, anyway, maybe. And I'm
Sure.
speaking for myself.
Sure.
You like the artist. You know.
Sure. And I think that says a lot. For me, it's the perfect marriage of those two. You know, like, I can't tell you how many times, like, I've seen someone, I'm like, that dude, well, this is a bad example. Christoph Waltz, right? One of the greatest actors of all time. In
Christopher
my opinion.
Walken.
Christoph Waltz.
Sorry.
He's
him up.
German. Yeah, pull him up. You'll know him if you see him.
I believe in him. I just said it.
Christoph Waltz. Crazy paper airplane throw. I like the Google searches.
Hey, people don't need to finish school to work here.
Christoph Waltz.
Oh, Christoph Waltz. Yeah. Beautiful guy.
You know him. He was in Django. He was in Inglourious
Yeah.
Bastards.
Beautiful guy.
But even if he wasn't one of the best actors of all time, he seems so fucking cool. He seems like a great dude. He's got a great smile. and a nice German accent kind of up here. And he's just so trill. I haven't said trill, and I don't throw that term around loosely.
No one said it in a decade.
Okay,
It's
he
good.
seems super trill and boss. Zom.
Oh, breaking up a bottle of Trill is like breaking up a fine wine. You know?
Yeah, I
Like, whoa,
just
hold on.
cracked it.
Posted just
He
opened
just
up a
opened the
Trill.
2010 Trill.
Somebody
Fuck.
called Bieber, dude. We're having a night.
Being who you are and being kind to people and just doing your best to be kind to people is the kind of vibe I get from him and the vibe I get from you. You could be shit, but you're gonna win because you are a kind person. So that's
Thanks, man.
I guess that's what I'm saying. I don't know how Christoph Waltz got brought in, but I love you, Christoph Waltz.
Amen.
And I love
no,
you,
I'm glad
Theo
he
Von.
exists. What's that?
I love you, Theo Von.
Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I love you too, man.
I thought I was gonna get the Me Too on that one. I love cake.
I've enjoyed listening to your music over the years. I've enjoyed seeing you being like, you know, I feel like when I see you, sometimes you're a reflection of the better parts of myself and others. And so I see you and it reminds me to smile about where I'm at. And I think that's a nice thing. And there's a lot of people that do that, but you are one of the people in the limelight that do that. And yeah, I've loved listening to the songs I've heard on your new album so far. The ones with Morgan, Luke Combs, Laney, Blake Shelton.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's only 4 I've listened to so far. But I'm looking forward to listening to more of them. It's out now.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. There's a bonus track out now.
Is there?
That's what I heard. And
Yep.
if there isn't, we'll take that out. But Post Malone, thank you so much, man.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Theo.
spending time with me. And thank you for spending time with humanity. I think it's important that we have people like you in the world.
Well, thank you for having me on, and I'm so honored to be here. And everyone has been so kind to me, and you're the shit. And thank you.
Thank so much, bro. I love
Thank
you, bro.
Theo Von. I love you too, and I love you too. And just keep being yourself, keep being awesome, and don't be a dick. I love you.
That's
Have
it,
a great
baby.
night.
Be good to yourselves, baby gang.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone.